Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers indicate that Dr. Portia Robinson, Brooke Kerr, and Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watros, are teaming up to take down Drew Quartermain, Cameron Matheson. Both have good reason to make sure Drew takes a fall, as both of their futures are on the line. Portia could lose her freedom and her medical license if Drew exposes her. And Nina fears losing her daughter, Willow Corinthos, Caitlin McMullen, forever if Willow stays with Drew and she doesn't act soon. The two of them putting their heads together to stop him is paramount, but there are drastic measures that neither of them considered before that may have to happen. Portia has mentioned several times that she wants Drew dead so she can be free of him. Perhaps she can convince Nina that this is the only way that they can finally be out from under the thumb of Drew. Nina may not like it at first, but no doubt Drew could push her to her breaking point, and she feels that there is no other option than for Drew to die. Portia tells Nina that they are going to kill Drew, make it look like an accident, and get away with it. Portia has been looking at Drew's medical file, and perhaps there is something in there that she can use to silence Drew for good. She could convince him that he needs to be put on medication, or doctor some more test results to indicate this, and implore Dr. Isaiah Gannon, Sawandi Wilson, to consult with him about this condition. Drew would take the prescription, and perhaps the medication could interact with another medication that only Portia knows that Drew is on. Nina could also switch this medication with a different one when she is in Drew's house in order to slowly kill him. Either scenario is possible. After some time on the medication, Drew would start to feel the after effects. Portia and Nina would have to be patient, as his death has to look accidental. It certainly will look that way when Drew suddenly collapses. Willow would be shocked by this, and rush him to the hospital. Nina and Portia would have succeeded in their plan. But will more measures be needed to make sure that Drew actually kicks the bucket? Or would Drew succumb to this deadly plan immediately? Port Charles is never short on drama. But things are about to take a dark and dangerous turn as Portia Robinson and Nina Reeves find themselves aligned in an unexpected and ruthless plot. Their target? Drew Cain. What could push these two women, who have had their share of conflicts, into joining forces against the former Navy SEAL? The answer lies in revenge, desperation, and a growing sense of self-preservation. Portia's breaking point. Portia Robinson has had enough. With Curtis Ashford still struggling with the aftermath of his shooting and paralysis, Portia blames one man for his suffering: Drew Cain. While Drew wasn't the one who pulled the trigger, his involvement with Sonny Corinthos and the pikeman deal set off a chain reaction that led to Curtis being in the wrong place at the wrong time. As Curtis fights to regain his independence, Portia becomes more and more convinced that Drew is a threat, not just to Curtis but to the entire city. She's determined to make him pay, no matter the cost. At the same time, Portia is growing increasingly frustrated with how Drew seems to have slipped back into the good graces of many in Port Charles. Despite his crimes, his time in Pentonville was cut short, and now he's running ELQ as if he's a man above consequences. Portia is tired of seeing good people suffer while men like Drew walk free. Her rage festers, and soon, she realizes she's not the only one who wants to see Drew brought down. Nina's revenge plan. Nina Reeves has never been Drew Cain's biggest fan, but her hatred has intensified in recent months. After her SEC scandal was exposed and nearly cost her everything, including her marriage to Sonny, Nina is convinced that Drew played a bigger role than he let on. She's watched as Carly and Drew built their empire while she became the town pariah. The final straw? When Drew pushed for Nina to be ousted from Crimson, the very magazine she built into a powerhouse. Now she's got nothing left to lose, and she's ready to make Drew suffer the way she has. Nina initially tries to convince Sonny that Drew is still a liability, but Sonny isn't biting. He has bigger fish to fry, and the last thing he wants is to go up against Carly and Drew. Realizing that Sonny won't help her, Nina turns to someone else who has a vendetta against Drew, Portia. The two women may not be friends, but their mutual disdain for Drew is enough to forge an uneasy alliance. A scheme begins. At first, Portia is hesitant. Nina's schemes have a way of backfiring, and she's not willing to risk her career or family just to settle a score. But Nina knows how to push the right buttons. She reminds Portia of how much Curtis has suffered, how Trina almost lost her father because of the dangerous world Drew refuses to leave behind. The more they talk, the more Portia realizes that Drew's downfall isn't just about revenge. It's about ensuring the safety of the people she loves. With Portia on board, the two women begin laying out a plan. Their first step? Destroying Drew's reputation and credibility. Nina has enough connections in the media to start planting damaging stories about ELQ's shady dealings. Meanwhile, Portia starts digging into Drew's past, searching for anything that could be used against him. It doesn't take long before she uncovers some questionable financial decisions that could spell disaster if exposed at the right time. The plan goes too far. Initially, their plan is to force Drew into a position where he has no choice but to leave town. However, things quickly spiral out of control. A manipulated ELQ scandal leads to a full-blown investigation, and soon, Drew finds himself facing serious legal trouble once again. But that's not enough for Nina and Portia. They want him to suffer the way they have. Nina arranges for a damning piece of evidence to be discovered, that links Drew to the very SEC scandal that nearly destroyed her. If it works, Drew could be facing years behind bars. Portia, however, starts to have second thoughts. She wanted Drew gone, but she didn't anticipate the full weight of what they were doing. If the truth comes out, it could ruin everything she's worked for. The fallout. As their plan unfolds, the consequences become all too real. Drew begins to suspect that someone is setting him up, and with his military training, he's not about to go down without a fight. He starts digging into who might have a vendetta against him, and it doesn't take long before he realizes that both Nina and Portia have been working against him. Furious, he confronts them, but by then, the damage has already been done. Nina's marriage to Sonny is once again on the rocks when he finds out what she's been up to. Portia's standing at the hospital is threatened when Curtis learns just how far she was willing to go to avenge him. And Drew? He might just have an ace up his sleeve, one that could turn the tables on both women. As this explosive storyline unfolds, one thing is certain. Port Charles is about to be rocked by yet another scandal, and this time, no one will come out unscathed. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our GH News 24 YouTube channel for more update news.